wonder things are getting messed up. And Presidents Gerald Ford and Harry Truman. Wow. But hey, you guys don't get freaked out. I'm hearing your sighs. You're like, hey. They're here just to help. You know it's all about having fun and raising money for the kids in the hospitals? No. As we saw before, let's remind ourselves specifically with the Shriners, what's the big deal about those hats? And what's really going on behind the scenes, and who do you really worship? And it is not the God of the Bible. Watch this.
The distinctive headgear that they wear, the fez, and we've seen all these at circuses, at parades. They come down the street on their motorcycles wearing their fez. Tell us, first of all, what is the Shriners, and what is the significance of that fez?
Well, you'll see the men in the shrine parades and shrine circus wearing their red fez. In order to be a Shriner, you have to reach the highest degrees of Freemasonry, either the 32nd degree of the Scottish Rite or 13th degree of the York Rite, and then you're allowed to go into the shrine. And sadly, many Christians have gone into this, which is hard to understand, because in order to be a Shriner, in the initiation, every Shriner takes a blood oath of allegiance to Allah as his God and Muhammad as his prophet.
Now, are you kidding me?
No. But you swear allegiance that Allah is your God, Muhammad is your prophet. You are then given this red fez with the Islamic sword and crescent encrusted in jewels on the front of it. And you'll see men wearing this. And people say, well, why do they wear the red fez? It is because if you study history, during the 7th and 8th century, as the Muslims swept across North Africa, they came to Fez, Morocco. And in Fez, Morocco, there was a large community of Christians, and Muhammad had ordered the slaughter of all the infidels, meaning Christians, who would not bow down to Allah and Muhammad as the prophet. And the Muslims went in with the Islamic sword, and there in Fez slaughtered thousands of Christians. And then they took their Fez hats, and they dipped it in the blood of Christians, glorying in the defeat of Christianity. And that's why the Fezes are red, representing the blood of Christians defeated by the Islamic sword, which they have encrusted in jewels on the front.
And they said the blood ran so thick that the Muslims dipped their hats in the blood, and their hats turned red. And it's been a 1,200-year sign of Muslims' victory over Christians. And it was first commercially sold from Fez, Morocco. And the Shriners wear fezes. Now, the Shriners tell us why they wear the fez. This is in a book in 1977 put out by the Sabar Shrine Temple. They say this in the book, quote, "The fez has been handed down through the ages as one of the most significant headdresses. The fez derives its name from the place where it was first manufactured commercially, the holy city of Fez in Morocco," end quote. Also, during the initiation ceremonies of the Shriners, they, quote, "seal their solemn oath in the name of Allah, the God of our fathers." A little later on in the ritual, they, quote, they acknowledge, quote, "Islam as the one true faith." And you can ask some guy who claims to be a Catholic or a Christian that how can they do this, you know, saying Allah is the one true faith. They also have on their calendar, the Shriners' calendar, the Order of Quetzalcoatl, which is pretty interesting because Quetzalcoatl is the stone serpent.
Lucifer, what is your problem?
Just that, sir.
Okay.
I'm a Christian, sir.
I'm pure and virtuous and wholesome and innocent. How can you say anything bad about me?
Sir, you need to be born again. Now, did you just say that you were Lucifer?
I am Lucifer.
Okay, define Lucifer for me.
Pure, virtuous, wholesome, innocent individual that's out to help people.
Lucifer is?
Yeah.
Say that again. Lucifer is a pure, holy...
Virtuous.
Virtuous. Now, is he the Lucifer that God created?
That's the same one.
Oh, man, this is great. I'm going to put this on the internet.
Oh,
Amen.
God bless you,
Amen.
brother.
Because that's exactly what the Shriners and Masons teach, is that Lucifer is light.
No.
And you're
What about those
confirming
hospitals?
it. You know what, sir? Jesus said, "Many will say to me on that day, Lord, Lord, did not do these good deeds in your name? And you'll say, away from me, you workers of iniquity. I never knew you."
Jesus said it? Get out of here.
See, this is what a Mason confesses, is that Lucifer is light.
We got duped. Notice they pledge allegiance to Allah. Muhammad is a prophet. That's another weird thing that's been going through courts and our government system. Why are you allowing so many Muslims who have pledged to murder infidels, which is not just the Jewish people, according to the Quran, go back to our study on Islam, is you and I the Christian? Why would our governments knowingly allow people who have pledged to murder Christians and Jewish people into our country? Maybe there's people up in high places who agree with their philosophy. And it's all going to be used as a catalyst to bring about a new world religion, a Luciferian order. And the crazy thing is, the Bible is the only book on the planet that tells you exactly what it is. It's called the Antichrist Kingdom, and you don't want to have any part of that. If you're saved, tell as many people as you can, run to Jesus fast. He's the only way out of this mess. And if you're not a Christian, you need to run to him fast. He's the only way out of this mess. You don't want to be left behind when this thing kicks off the ground. Amen?